Why were so many vegetarians found in India since so long? Tell me why still till date the per capita meat consumption in India is among the lowest in the world. Why is it so? Tell me why you have Pakistan and Bangladesh both carved out of India. There the per capita meat consumption is 4 times that of India. So what is it that has kept Indians relatively kind towards animals? Please tell me. It is spirituality, and it is spirituality alone that will help the cause of non-violence and animals. So that has to be understood. Animal agriculture obviously is something extremely problematic, and your work captures it brilliantly. In fact, I have thought of calling it the Third World War. Because what do you call as a world war? A spectacle of all-out destruction, right? Total catastrophe. That's what we call as the Third World War. The Third World War is that after which no fourth one is possible. So that's the condition we are in today, are we not? So yes, and very few people are aware of the kind of damage that their food habits are causing to the earth, that because you want meat, therefore so much forest has to be cleared, and that leads to extinction of so many species on a daily basis. And when you clear away the forests and you grow these crops, 70% of that is being used to feed the animals, and that is also the cause of water shortage and the problem of global hunger. There is enough food grain, but most of that is being used to feed the animal because you want to consume the animal's flesh. And if you want to consume 1 kg of animal flesh, that requires probably 20 kg of grain and what, 50 kg of water, something like that, roundabout, depending on the kind of flesh. So, and then we talk of the scarcity of fresh water. We say there is not enough food for everybody to eat. The fact is, much more than what is needed by the entire human population is being produced but fed to the cattle, so that you can, and when you are feeding that to the cattle, and it's a massive cattle and it produces so much methane, and that's where all the climate change is coming from. And methane is 20 times more vicious in its greenhouse potential compared to the gas that is commonly blamed in the popular culture, carbon dioxide. Nobody is talking of methane. The fact is, methane is the real culprit, and if methane is the real culprit, where is methane coming from? Yes, a part of methane emission, a big part is from coal, but there is hardly anything you can do about that. Rather, it's much easier to work on animal agriculture. We do not realize how much methane one buffalo being killed for its beef is producing. And we keep talking of so many things. The one central thing that we do not talk of is food. We take it as some kind of liberal prerogative. I'll decide what is on my plate. The vegan movement has to progress from a position of liberalism to a position of liberation, right? If veganism is about liberal values, animals too must have their rights. Then somebody will turn around and say, then I'll exercise my right to choose what I want to eat. So you can't have your cup and eat it too, right? We have to realize that it is these very same liberal values that are at the core of the catastrophe we are witnessing. You cannot turn the problem itself into a solution. The problem is the problem, and the solution has to be at a level higher than the problem, only then it will succeed. Liberation is the answer. Liberation from what? Liberation from my own self. Liberation from my lust to consume. And when I am liberated from that, then we will have the answer not only to the problem of violence towards animals, but also to a lot of other problems. Why? Because fundamentally all the problems are originating from a common core, and that common core is internal human ignorance. If you can take care of internal human ignorance, you will take care of all the problems. Whereas if we have a piecemeal approach, we want to address the problem of cruelty towards animals in an isolated way, we will not succeed. I feel a bit apprehensive and disappointed when I see the vegan community treating veganism as an objective problem in itself. No. When I say veganism, I mean the challenge to turn people vegan. No. Cruelty towards animals is not an objective or isolated or a standalone problem in itself. It is originating from the violent animal within each of us. And the violent animal sitting within us can be taken care of only through core spiritual teaching. Without that, veganism won't succeed.